So the Raids 2 item beta was just released today, and at the bottom of this bank thing, here are all the items right here. So basically they allow you to do some PVM, they allow you to do anything in the game that you would normally be able to do, so you can test all these items in PVM. So this is the Infernal Defender, 27 stab, 26 slash, 25 crush, and 8 strength bonus. That's pretty damn good. So it's best in slot for strength, it's better than a DFS. Now these are the stats on the Dragon Defender, which already currently exist. 25 stab, 24 slash, and 23 crush with 6 strength bonus. So this is called Justiciar or something like that. It's pretty much like Torag. They're probably going to change how it looks when they officially release it. They just wanted you to be able to see the stats and be able to use it in PVM before they actually create the models for it. So pretty much it's like Torag with a little bit of prayer bonus. Let's see. The helmet is 2, the legs are 4 prayer bonus, and the body is also 4 prayer bonus. So pretty much it's like Torag, but has prayer and also has quite a bit more defense bonus. So it's best in slot for defense. Next of all, I'm not really sure what this staff does because the stats are a little underwhelming because it doesn't have any magic damage. So it has a best in slot attack bonus, but no damage bonus. So unless this has like a special effect or a special spell that it casts, it's kind of bad. No way, it does have its own spell. Let me see if I can like empty it or something. You can't empty it. So next item is the Vampirium Vambraces, which are best in slot for range attack, have some pretty good defenses, pretty good magic defense, and best of all these have 2 range damage, which makes them the only thing in slot that have range damage. Next thing on the list is this, oh man, Jagex, why you gotta make these words? The Girazi Rapier. So pretty much regular Rapier. I'm sure they're gonna change how it looks. It's not as good as the Chaotic Rapier from pre-EOC, but it is going to be best in slot. It's going to be better than a Zami Hasta, and almost as good as a Tentacle Whip on strength bonus. And this is probably going to be the equivalent of the Twisted Bow, but it might even be too overpowered, because I tested this. It's not very accurate, obviously, on Callisto, but I will be testing it on things like Corp. I want to see if it hits full damage on Corp. So pretty much the way this scythe works is every single hit is like a Halberd, but it hits triples instead of doubles. And it seems like it could be a really overpowered weapon, but you do need to hit on a wide target with it. Plus it's got 95 slash bonus, which I think it's the highest you can achieve with a weapon of this speed. It's kind of really hard to determine what the speed of this weapon is because it hits a triple hit. It's kind of unique. It might be perceived as pretty overpowered, but it might be a niche item also. I think this might be the equivalent of the Twisted Ball for Raids 2. I think this might be the most valuable item. It's hard to say right now though. So the first thing I want to do is I want to see if this staff can actually work on other players. So now what I'm going to be testing, just to see if this hits on players, and I will use it in a PVM situation. This only works on players in Castle Wars and Tazar Fight Pits. So let's see how this staff does in PVM. So far 0. Oh no, a 27, but no XP drop. That's weird. Holy crap, a 36 already? I'm not even on task either. So I should be able to hit like a 41 with a trident. Let's see if I can hit a little higher with this. Seems to be the same speed as a trident. Did it just heal me? Oh wow, it heals you. Holy crap. I don't really understand how the charges work in this either. I think this thing is way too overpowered. If it's healing you that much and it's still that good a DPS, then they may have made a mistake when they made this. You can pretty much kill anything and still heal up enough to never use food, I'm thinking. It's literally healing the number that you hit, which is kind of insane because Guthan's is really bad DPS compared to other things and it rarely hits. This is like the best DPS for magic and it's still healing you the number that it hits. So this might not pass. This is kind of overpowered. So it took me a few minutes to run here. I wasn't sure the best way to get here on these beta worlds. But the reason why I want to kill this, I know Haas is really good here. Of course, this Rapier is probably not going to be as good as darts, but I just want to test it. Oh man, you know what I don't have is a Solve Amulet. Well, I'm not even sure if this Solve Amulet exists on these servers, so I'm going to try this anyway, and I'm also going to try this Scythe as a spec. Let's try to use this spec. It hits triple hits. Oh wait, no, it's not a spec, I forgot. Let's just use this for normal hits. Holy crap, that's a 46, or a 47 I should say. This weapon could be pretty overpowered, it's hard to tell yet. I could have brought like a BGS, I just forgot. Well, for some reason it seems like Hasta works better here than this thing does for no reason at all. Alright, I'm just gonna leave now. This is horrible. So I'm gonna scrap that idea. What? A magpie in the bank? So I'm gonna scrap that idea of using the Solve Amulet, because look at that. You have to kill Tarn. Good job, Jagex. And the funny thing is they give it to you in your bank, even though you can't use it. So this is actually really weird. They allow you to use a POH, but it's like a random generic one that everyone gets to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be testing the max hits on this dummy. So the first weapon I'm going to be testing is the Grazi Rapier with the Infernal Defender. 150 stab bonus with 143 strength bonus. So first of all, the max hit on task would be a 57, so that's about as high as a whip could hit. Let me just compare that to a tentacle whip. 57, so they hit the same. So they are actually the same strength bonus. Except for I assume this rapier doesn't actually use any charges, so that's pretty nice. So the next thing I'm going to test is the Scythe of Vitter. 103 stab, 128 slash, and 63 crush bonus. With a melee strength of 124. So let's see how high this weapon can hit. 52. So for my understanding, the next hit would be 26, and the hit after that would be 13. So what would that be, 91 damage? But I'm not 100% sure if that's how that works. So I'm going to actually test this on a monster. I'm going to go back to Lunar Island and test it on the Sakwas. So the only downside to this is I don't have a task, but if I hit a 40, I want to see if it hits a 20 after that, like I thought. That was weird, that was a double hit. So it doesn't work exactly the way I thought it would. So maybe I have to kill a monster that's even wider than these are. So I'm trying to think of the widest monster with the lowest defense and pretty high HP. The only monster I could think of is the Mole. And you can't get a spade, so I'm going to have to go to Barrows to get the spade. And then go to Fally and do the Mole. And I don't even have a light source, so well, I'm going to just go down there without a light source. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully they know that nobody can get a light source and it doesn't damage you. Okay, so I'm not going to go out of my way to get a candle. I'm just going to kill KVD or something. Hopefully there's not a bunch of weirdos out there PKing, but there probably is. I'm guessing I'm going to be attacked, so let me get on my Mage Prayer. Aw, this is the wrong teleport. As you can see, this teleport looks a little bit like the Gorak teleport. Not quite, though. Okay, let me try this again. Yep, you're good. So I'm not really going to be able to tell if I'm hitting triples here. I don't know what these guys are even doing here. They're all just using normal gear. So I'm going to have to think of a new monster because these guys are just camping this world for no reason. So the only other thing I could think of that's low defense and is a big target is Zamid. Hopefully I don't die before I get any real good hits in. So this beta is really popular. What do you know? There's already people in here. I don't really have a choice. I'm going to have to go in here. I don't know what they're doing. They're not using anything new. I don't really see the reason. Am I hitting triples? I can't even tell. It looks like I might be hitting triples. Like, what is this guy even wearing? Why are you wearing D-hides? Can't tell if it's a triple, but I think it is. Well, that's kind of cool. It looks like one of them left. Why do you have Ancient Hide on? You can have any item you want, but you pick that. The funny thing is, this person's got a Slayer helmet on, but I don't think you can be tasked if you don't actually go and get the task. Wow, big hit, 337 XP. Wow, 357 XP. Followed by a 251. This thing's kind of overpowered. So this should be interesting. I want to see if this weapon works as a spear at Corp, because if it does, that's completely broken. It's hitting pretty bad, but I want to see what it's like when the defense is a little bit lower. So I'm assuming this is actually probably pretty bad here. Well, at least I could stay to see what this drop is. Raw Shark. Good job. So a previous video I made was using Trident and Blood Barrage at Armadyl. Well, this staff is like Guthan's except for it's for magic. So magic is pretty damn good at Armadyl. And this staff heals just like Guthan's does from what I can see. It's pretty much like 1/3 of the hits heals. And it heals for what it hits. And the first setup I'm going to be trying is a defensive setup with the Ring of Suffering and Ellie. If that works really good, I'll switch to the Arcane and the Seer's Ring and see if I can still sustain life without actually eating any food. I have a feeling I can, but there's probably going to be some people there because these worlds are really packed and everyone wants to try these new items. Well, that actually really sucks. So they gave you ecumenical keys in the chest to test God Wars bosses, but they don't even have a myth grapple in there, so you can't do Armadyl even if you wanted to. And there's no Trollheim tab on top of that. Wait a minute, I just realized, can't you get a grapple from the Fletching Cape? So that's actually a really good thing. It's going to weed out some people. There's probably going to be nobody at Armadyl because people probably don't know that you can get a myth grapple from the Max Cape. So that's really nice. I can get it from the Max Cape. Nice, so you could actually use a myth grapple with a bronze crossbow. That works, I guess. I didn't bring a Zammy or an Armadyl item, so I'm going to have to run right in there. It just goes to show you that this staff is going to be pretty overpowered if I don't need an imbued heart still. And somebody was actually in here, so somebody actually figured out the grapple thing. It's splashing, I guess. It's not even hitting 0, so I guess it's just simply splashing. Be kind of weird if it was a multi-target spell. So far, this is not too great. So maybe Jagex did think about this. Maybe they realized that healing at this boss is pretty overpowered. So just for the hell of it, I'm going to switch to the Arcane and the Seer's Ring and see if I can hit a little better. Yeah, it looks like this is not meant to be used here pretty much, and I can understand why. I think this guy just came in and stole the kill in like a couple hits. Although this could be still pretty practical here because you could still heal with it. Okay, I'm hitting okay now. Oh, that's a good hit. 34. He hits a 62. If he doesn't hit again, I might steal this kill. And that's really saying something if I stole the kill over a Twisted Bow. I probably didn't, though. Oh, I actually got the kill over a Twisted Bow. So this is just really inconsistent. It could be pretty decent, but it's just doesn't hit all the time, I guess. And there it is, a heal. That's pretty nice. So let's see how long I can live without eating. I'm just going to let myself die. If it doesn't heal, it doesn't heal. Somehow I'm tanking on 6 HP. I don't know how. Oh, never mind. I'm dead. Well, there's my answer right there. This staff is not very good at Armadyl. So I hope this video was entertaining. I hope I covered the weapons and basically gave as much detail as possible. So like always, you need a chill CC, a place where you can PVM and just socialize pretty much. Come to Nocturnal RS. So I tried to give away 1 mil for whoever had the best joke in my comments, although people didn't really have many jokes, so I want to hear something informative about these new weapons and armor, and if I learned something from your comment, I'll give you 1 mil. Also, I'm only going to allow one person to win the 1 mil. And finally, I'm only 6 subscribers away from 1,000, and I can't really monetize my channel again until I hit 1,000, so hopefully I hit that 1,000 mark soon, and I might have a little party for it. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.